What will happen? Show your support with hashtag #GoOnic or hashtag #AlterChamps in the live chat right now, as we are going to dive into the land of Dawn for game number 2.
Ooh, very exciting. We can already see very aggressive movements coming in from Onic, especially Sans on that Farsa. But it is going to be the question, is he comfortable on this hero?
That is really going to be the question here, as Udil once again brought out the Purify, again respecting the crowd control potential from that Cho, and perhaps that Farsa, who can stun him mid-fight. Let's see here again. Other than that, it's quite standard here regarding the spells and as well as the emblems.
Yeah, it seems like Sans has opted for the mystery shop in order for her to get those items a little bit faster, in order to have her to sustain the kill pressure that she has in the lane. As you can see here, Keyboy trying to be a nuisance, but Sellyboy still able to get that buff.
Have to see here, as Sans here has to force to use that Wings by Wings, a resource that might come in handy here, and Alter Ego Esports has that information. So again, it's a very slow-tempoed game, and Leo Murphy, with that barrier, is able to delay the farm of CW.
Yeah, and right now, we need to talk a little bit about the matchup up top, right? Onic Esports for CW, the way he can play this lane is, the only way he wins this lane is if he looks for all-ins, right? Because in terms of wave clear, in terms of poke, it's always going to be Nino on this Kimmy who has an advantage. How do you gap close up against a Kimmy with sprint? That's, I think, the brilliance of Alter Ego's Kimmy pick here, right? You cannot touch him.
Perhaps the one hero that can really touch him or try to touch him is that Masha Thunderclap, and as well as sprint is in his arsenal. So perhaps in the mid or late game, can be hard, but then again, you have Ice Freeze 1.
Oh my god, Leo Murphy again jumps in with a wild charge. Kyrie taken low, but he's still able to find the retry onto the turtle. Wait, the dragon popped in. Udil gonna be able to get out with the help of the Purify, though. It's a kill traded in for the objective. How the heck did Kyrie still steal that?
Yeah, I was still able to do that, but on your screen you can see the talents prediction by Axe, and it's going to be a similar story here, a split, as Gani is alone now on the caster desk, as well as Ranger Mas in the Indonesian desk.
It's going to be very interesting here to see Onic Esports. Can they withstand? Can they adapt? After losing to Nino's Kimmy in the game in first game, Onic Esports, I want to see them adapt in game 2.
I mean, I agree with you. I think in theory, the Masha can try and harass Nino in the back line, but when that's the case, he still has to be careful with the front line coming in from Alter Ego, right? You do have the Grok that can look for momentum and counter-engage onto these types of aggressive movements. And so far, Alter Ego still leading with 400 gold leads. Still very, very safe for both teams. No neutral objectives are up just yet. And it all comes back down to who is able to get a pick-off at the stage.
Have to see here, ladies and gentlemen, as another setup here, perhaps Brood top side. A very low kill here, 1-0 in the first 3 minutes. Kyrie being the only casualty means that Alter Ego Esports is also playing safely, but in the side.
Udil with the black shoes, still able to get out, but now to the Keyboy jumping in. Knockout strikes by Pi, not able to save his mid laner. As he goes in for more, Sellyboy jumps in with the Phantom Execution. Needs to be careful. Keyboy has the way of the dragon. Ooh, Sellyboy. Discipline here. Not really wanting to force anything. Keyboy is looking for that recall, though. Oh, it's not in range. Sellyboy not getting that damage on to cancel Keyboy's recall.
Again, Onic Esports here with a slight gold advantage. But oh, top side.
Oh, it's so annoying, right? The poke coming in from Kimmy. As Onic Esports are going to try to go for the neutral objective. No contest from Alter Ego, as Boots is able to deal so much onto Sellyboy, forcing the retribution as well.
This is quite difficult. Alter Ego Esports, they do have it in their kit to be aggressive in this early game, but because they've actually focused a lot on Nino, they weren't able to create a setup in time, as Sellyboy here might be the center focus for Keyboy, still able to get away for now. Still very, very close between these two, waiting for that one moment to hit the calm before the storm.
Again, Boots there rotating top side. I gotta say, 4-0. He lost a wave So we'll have to see here how will Onic Esports compensate that as the goal now shifts towards the side of Alter Ego Esports. Again, very slow tempo game here in compared to game 1. Even though junglers are on the assassins, it seems like they are going at it now, but Pi.
Yeah.
No commitments just yet here. Once again, Onic Esports, they are also brewing for that CW, for that 1-1 to come through.
What are they waiting for, right? What are the power spikes are we expecting? When does CW get the power spike, and when does Nino get the power spike?
For CW on the 1-1, it's when he hits the DHS, second item of the game, which he should be getting very soon. Should be 6 minutes around there, or 7 minutes, depending on how badly he's being harassed there in that gold lane. Before the Kimmy, it really depends, right? I think, honestly, it's the Berserker's Fury. Once you get the Ice Queen, oh no, Genius 1 Ice Queen, that's usually when you get the early utility. It really depends where you want to go, right? If you want to go for more poke and damage, Berserker. But if you want to just go for more utility, which I think they might be going for now, Ice Queen 1. Kyrie, though, needs to be careful here. They're still going to be able to use the Shadow Assault to jump in with a Dragon onto Nino, though, but he's not going to be able to actually take him down. Nino's still surviving. Pi with a knockoff strike. Beautiful disengage as CW is looking for more. All the weakness points still available. Udil jumps up the black shoes. One more is there. Pi going to be able to actually be taken down by CW. The crossbow Tang is going to be translated over to Leo Murphy, but CW needs to be careful. He will be able to get out, and Onic convert onto the objective in the mid lane. Kyrie onto the turtle.
But on top here, Nino is going to be able to get a tower under the nose of Onic Esports. A small compensation, despite it not being as valuable as what Onic Esports were able to get, especially with that tower in the mid side. And now we're going to take a look at the items so far.
Seems like Nino almost gets his power spike item there with that Berserker's Fury. But then again, CW already, you can say, with the DHS and as well as Corrosion, it is enough to deal a lot of damage. As you can see earlier, that crossbow of Tang killed Paquito like it's nothing.
CW has more gold than the Kimmy, despite being outranged in that gold lane.
Very smart mechanics. I believe Micro managed well. And again, that Farsa Lightning Truncheon coming in fast. They might look for an invade here, right now.
Silly Boy going for the red tree, secures the purple buff. Onic Esports with more map pressure. Alter Ego are trying to just wait, all right, for Nino to get that power spike. There you go. In terms of damage, he's got Berserker's Fury done and dusted with the Genius one as well. I think he still needs to wait for the Ice Queen one, honestly, if he actually wants to deal the most amount of damage, right? Because the slow it provides helps him to do more damage. Beautiful read by Sans, and that reaction time is impeccable as he jumps and flies back into the mid lane to poke Leo Murphy down with his ult.
Other than that, I also think that the Ice Queen wand is going to help Nino with the slow by the solo because of his lack of mobility. And that's going to help him to kite back from anyone who tries to go in for an aggressive engage. But what is the rotation coming down here in the bottom side?
It's just both roamers, both goal leaders going at it here. Keyboy looking for a very, very effective push. We'll see though. It was gathered there by Leo Murphy, the information again. Onic Esports though, they are having the space, and take a look at that. Now, that is the difference from game 1. That Feather Airstrike is now in the side of Onic Esports. So Kimmy really needs to position himself well when he wants to deal damage.
It's not going to be as easy this time around. As you can see here, the Lord has already spawned in the Land of Dawn, and it does seem like Kyrie is ahead one level onto Selly Boy, so it does give Onic Esports a little bit of an edge. They do have the map pressure as well. It doesn't really look good for Alter Ego Esports if they can't look for the turning point.
Again and again, Alter Ego Esports, they are really picking their battles here. It's very evident here. They are behind. They aren't really looking for a crazy pickoffs. All they need to do here is just manage the waves, gather information, and it seems like now information has been given. Onic Esports, they are trying to initiate the Lord, and we'll see here. Perhaps a fight might come through very, very soon.
Alter Ego, though, look at that bottom side, right? They're really not caring at all about that bottom side. They let the tier 2 be taken. Masha as well is able to actually clear out the mid wave, so there's just more pressure for Onic Esports to play with. Onic are suffocating Alter Ego, making them, forcing errors from them at this point with the wave control. Because if Alter Ego keep playing this game, they are just tunnel visioning onto the Lord. They're letting all of their turrets, vulnerable actually, and taken out by Onic Esports there in the bottom, in the top side, and now CW is looking for the engage, which is going to be facilitated by Keyboy, who's looking for the Jeet Kune Do. Leo Murphy has no wild charge, and that's a very expensive resource. Onic Esports can just go for the Lord at this point.
To be honest, the main difference that I see from game number 1 and game number 2 is that Onic Esports aren't going into Alter Ego's tempo. But on that note,
yeah, again, that's going to be free. Lord coming in. Boots, though, going to be trapped by the wall, but he still has that sprint. As you mentioned before, the Smasha pick is amazing right now for Onic Esports. It can clear waves super fast down below. You can see it with the split push potential, but also it dishes out so much damage over towards Nino, who needs to now be very careful of that backline pressure from Onic.
Back to my point before that thing happened is that this time around, Onic Esports, they're not playing into Alter Ego's tempo, right? In game number 1, they were rushed into these team fights that they weren't ready for, but you can see Onic Esports, they're dictating what's happening. Alter Ego, they look for an engage in the top side. That's perfect distraction for Onic Esports to look for a counter macro play on the opposite side of the map. And that's exactly what Boots is doing.
Item update as well here. Barca Sans has secured that winner's function, so perhaps the calculation from Sally Boy in the next few minutes needs to be very, very careful. If he wants to go all in onto her Sans, remember, he still has that winner's truncheon. So we'll see here, again, the siege by Onic.
The defense and wave clear from Alter Ego is amazing, but it does not change a thing. Onic Esports still are able to find amazing value on that first Lord. Even in the bottom side, that's going to be actually the crossbow tank popped in onto Nino, taking both the members low. Both of the side lanes low, but Liam Murphy jumps in with a wild charge. Now Sully Boy looking for that follow-up. Onic Esports use that just to get the base turret. Speaking of value, usually it's just value to get the tier 2s. This game, they're able to get the base turret with the first Lord, unenhanced.
Amazing read there by both of the teams, the engage and as well as the disengage. Take a look at the items. 1-1, building Berserker's Fury as well.
Yeah.
That is very interesting here. And on the other side, the gold laner here, Nino, also already securing that Divine Glaive instead of Ice Queen Wand, because they realize that they need damage here for Alter Ego Esports. Right now, they are behind 5,000, perhaps 7,000 very, very soon. And if that is going to happen, that's going to might be a problem for us out of Alter Ego.
I want to elaborate a bit on maybe why Onic Esports or YCW went for the Berserker's Fury instead of the Malefic Roar or even just defensive items, right? Right now, he's going for kind of a glass cannon build. He's already building towards an Athena as well, but why he went for the Berserker's Fury instead of a penetration item is because he realizes Alter Ego are a bit squishy. Leo Murphy is the only true frontliner that can soak in the damage. Pi is a hybrid. He's not full tank, so it's still going to be relatively easy for that crossbow tank to melt these members down with the Inspire.
Let's see here, combined with the Inspire, the damage is going to be massive, but update check as well here. Nino secured that glowing wand. We'll see here how it will affect the members from the side of Onic Esports as the Lord now is enhanced. They're still leading.
They are. And if we're talking about power spikes, it feels like both teams have reached that point. But Onic Esports are going to be a little bit ahead because of that gold lead. And that's going to be a huge factor as to who is going to be able to contest this Lord. And the answer is no one is going to contest that Lord. Onic Esports will be able to retrieve that without contest whatsoever. Alter Ego tried to look for an opening, tried to open up the map, but the rest of the members from Onic Esports were able to zone them away. And at this stage, Alter Ego Esports, they don't want to make any mistakes, especially with the Lord spawning for Onic.
We'll see here, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Onic Esports, with their comp here, what they're trying to do is, of course, their main agenda is to take the 2 base turrets left standing. And Alter Ego Esports, if you take a look at the composition, it's actually, they have a very safe high ground. with Paquito, with Kimmy, and as well as Lilia in your calm. That is a very, very fast wave clear. So perhaps they might be able to defend this, but we'll see here. Will mistakes be made?
Leo Murphy, though, needs to pop that wild charge to get out, and that's already a disaster as Boy gets picked off camera, actually. Boots finding the kill. Onic Esports looking for the end right here with a one-man advantage. Leo Murphy doesn't have the wild charge. Keyboy looking for the play down below. Gonna be poked down. Alter Ego able to deal with the Enhanced Lord, but with Boy respawning 27 seconds, Onic have a little chance to actually look for more, to force a team fight, as the mid lane is actually very well micromanaged by Pi. Boots is still on the top side. Kyrie trying to zone the other members away with the Feather Airstrike popped in by the far sub. Boots is looking to go for Nino, who's going to be forced to get all the way under the base. Onic Esports taking 3 base turrets down now in total as they push themselves to a 10,000 gold lead, and they'll disengage.
Oh, and you can see even Kyrie opening up that Athena shield as well. So additional sustainability when they want to go in for the team fights, and the damage from Alter Ego Esports is going to reduce significantly onto him.
Again, Alter Ego Esports still very, very clear that they are still in this, even though their base is quite exposed, and a very good execution as well from both teams, actually. Props to Alter Ego Esports for Pi specifically to somehow delay the collapse that mid base turret. And we'll see here. Item check. Yeah, 1-1 full item here. Athena shield for defense and Malefic War to top it off. Penetration is there. Attack speed is also there. But on the other side, Winner's Truncheon from Nino is also built. So both gold laners here, same with 1 save items. But take a look at that Masha. 3 Guardian's helmet. That's each Guardian helmet adds 1500 HP. So calculate that, 4500 HP in total just from that Guardian helmet. That is a lot of HP.
No one's been able to touch him as well.
No.
When we saw him getting low in that base, but that was because of the damage from the base turret.
Yeah.
But even the damage from Nino is not getting through to him at all, and this is going to be a problem. Masha's going to be able to soak all the damage, distract the members from Alter Ego Esports, while the rest of the members focus on the important members.
Oh my god.
As look at the damage from Sans.
Yeah, the Feather Airstrike is definitely no joke right now, and they're able to isolate Leo Murphy. It is not looking good for Alter Ego, as Onic Esports are going to look to hunt Leo Murphy down. Leo Murphy trying to buy the time. He is going to place the wall right now, has the power of nature to actually escape for a little bit more, goes in for a wild charge as well. He's able to knock Keyboy up. Kyrie jumps in with ultimate.
Wow.
Leo Murphy going to be taken low, buying a little bit more time for his team. He probably has, yeah, there you go. The wall back again, but it's still not going to do anything. Udil's going to be taken low by Boots. It's not looking good at all for Alter Ego. They've lost their main source of engage. Boy will try his best to look for compensation, at least some sort of a trade, as he pushes up top and gets the purple buff. Pi looking for a desperate play, jumps onto Sans. Sans still able to flicker out of the Phantom Execution. CW jumps in, has to inspire as well. Boy gonna fall to the Feather Airstrike, sniped down by Sans. Dropped down from below. Kyrie picking up the Evolved Lord. 5-2, only 7 kills in the game, and if you play objectively, you're not going to do much better than an Onic Esports team that is very macro-based.
40 seconds, now 30 seconds left for Boy to spawn. 5 versus 4. Will Alter Ego Esports be able to utilize their high ground defense from McKimmy to secure yet another defense? Realizing Onic Esports, they do have a Lord on the way. They also have a huge source of high ground from Sans, and the damage is definitely there as Nino takes the Holy Crystal.
Feather Airstrike getting Leo Murphy down. It's going to be Keyboy locking the Kimmy out. Pi going to get taken down as well. No crossbow of tag necessary for CW as Onic just take every single kill. Boy tries his best to defend, but with a base exposed like that, with an Evolved Lord, there's no way of a comeback. Onic Esports equalize 1-2.